In this video, I would like to warn you about the trap that if you fall into it, you'll never reach tier 1 in esports, no matter the amount of effort you will deploy. This trap is so widespread, but almost everybody is falling into it without even realizing it. Before going any further, let's listen to one of my former clients that managed to go pro, but he was stuck in amateur level for so many years before he used the process that I will describe at the end of this video. Let's have a listen.
I've lost the motivation to keep trying in esports because all the projects are straight up garbage. I'm far from perfect and I still have a lot to learn, but I'm really not asking much from people. Just a basic level of respect. When my own teammates take out their anger and frustration on me, even though they know I'm doing everything I can, I'm sorry, but I can't just sit there and take it. I'll give them a taste of their own medicine. There is absolutely no justification for complete strangers to think it's acceptable to talk to me like I'm a piece of shit. I'm disgusted that this kind of behavior has become so normalized in esports, even in environments that call themselves professional. I can't compete under those conditions. I can't practice under those conditions. I'm someone who needs to enjoy the process if I want to perform at my best. Do you have any advice for me?
I really love this sample because every time I play in group sessions, I watch the players' faces, and for each part, I see them nod. The projects in esports are garbage. I see them nod. People do not respect each other, they're too toxic, whatever. They nod. Even the professional teams are not that professional. They nod. What is the trap you fell into? Is to believe that in order for you to succeed, in order for you to improve, in order for you to make it, you need better conditions. All these things, if you agree with even one of them, you fell in the trap, you'll never reach tier 1. Why? Because let's see, I compare two profiles. First profile, in order for him to perform at his best, he needs great conditions, great environment, supportive teammates, great coach, great teammates, everyone is working, etc., etc. He needs the best condition possible. So he needs like 50 conditions, and if one of them is missing, he will fail. Then there's another profile. For him to perform at his best, he needs nothing. He can go in the trashiest project, he will still perform. He can play with the most toxic people, he will not care. Who is more likely to succeed? Who is more likely to perform at his best and be noticed, be, let's say, recruited by a professional team? Of course, the second profile. And I know what most of you will think about, because it's always the same thing, even in group sessions. One of you will say something like, yeah, but you can't deny the fact that if things were easier, if things were less toxic, if things were better, prepared, it would be better for everyone and everybody would be able to perform at their best. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And you can totally continue to think like that if you want to be normal in life. Because normal people, they are defined by their environment. They're defined by their surroundings. You put them in a shitty environment, they'll become shit. You put them in a great environment, they'll become great. And if you want to be normal, that's fine. But if you want to succeed, you will avoid to be normal. Why? Because being normal means being in the mean, being in the mass. And do most people succeed in esports, or do they fail? They fail. 99.99% of people fail in esports. Not because they don't work hard enough, but because they fall in this fucking trap that make them believe that they need specific conditions for them to be good. And when they don't have it, what do? Immediately, they stop trying. I can fucking hear it every time I talk to someone. Why don't you review your game? Oh, I stopped reviewing my games because nobody in my team is doing it. And in my mind, I'm like, so why do I care what the others are doing? Do you want to succeed? Yeah. Do you need to review your games if you want to succeed? Yeah, of course. Then why don't you fucking do it? Because my environment doesn't push me to do it. You're fucked. You're fucked if you remain in that trap. You're fucked if you keep believing that you need specific conditions for you to perform. Who understood that the best? Elite special forces. Wherever you go, The highest level of training is let's make your life shit and then we train. You go to the army and you're just like a standard grunt. Okay, here's a gun. Here's how to shoot it. Go to the shooting range, shoot. You go to special forces. This is your gun. Do 10 laps, 50 push-ups, 50 I don't know what. Make yourself exhausted. Now just shoot with one arm. Every time you go at a higher level, conditions gets worse and we want people to be able to still handle it. What happens in esports? Because most people fall in this trap. They get to the highest level and they got there because they got lucky. They got lucky, they got the right teammates, they got the right coach, they got the right team, they got the right, surroundings, they got the right environment. And what happens when they're on stage? I don't know why, I can't handle pressure. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it comes from the fact that every training you have is in the best condition possible and nothing can just derail you from this. It is so stupid in esports. Like, people believe they need the greatest conditions, the best conditions, therefore they run away from hardship. You've been in esports for like 8 years? How many projects did you have all the conditions you needed? None. And you're still trying to find this. You're still trying to find the perfect team, the perfect conditions. 8 years and you've not seen it once. And some of you will be like, yeah, but I'm just asking like respect from my teammates. I'm asking for that basic level of respect. Is it too much to ask? Well, how do you know if it's too much to ask? Well, I just compare it to my real life. Oh, the real life where you're not competing, where everyone is just doing the bare minimum. So yeah, of course, if you're in an environment where just doing the bare minimum is enough, everybody will respect you. But now let's go back in esports. You want to be the best. How many teams did you have in your career? Oh, around 20. How many of them respected you like you wanted? None. So yeah, you're asking too much. You're asking for something that doesn't exist in esports. What happens when you have all these conditions in your mind? When you don't have them, what do? Do you adapt? Do you become better? Or do you start bitching, moaning, and whining about the conditions? Yeah, it sucks. This guy, he probably sent me this message expecting me to validate what he was saying. But I just crushed him. I just destroyed him. Why? Because I wanted to kill the bitch out of him. How did he go in tier 1 in a record time? When he followed the process but just outright killed the bitchy part of him. He stopped complaining. Oh, my teammates are not respecting me? Well, it's Monday. It's normal in esports. Why am I upset? Oh, they don't try hard. They don't review their game. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do it for myself. Oh, when they suck, they start blaming me. Yeah, it's normal. They're weak. They're fucking weak. They're bitches. They'll fail. Why do I care about these guys? When you understand this, when you understand that the best training you could have is the worst environment possible, and for you to keep fighting, you won. You won because you don't need to win the game anymore. You just need to keep fighting no matter what. Of course, as this problem is very widespread and it's one of the problems I deal with even in tier 1 level, I have a process for that. And the process is called quit bitching. Someone asked me in DM, why do all my process have funny names? And the answer is really simple. Let's say you buy a tool because you have a problem. You buy a tool, but you bought it and you just forgot about it. You put it in your pocket, but you can't remember that it's there. My question for you is, did you actually buy the tool? Can you actually use it? Or is it the same as if you never bought it? Now you understand that if you don't remember that you have a process for your problem, you will not use the process, and therefore it's like you learn nothing. It's like all these people, they go to YouTube, they watch a video, they feel like they learned something, but then they do the exact same bullshit they did earlier. Meaning, what they learned did not translate to actions. Meaning, it's like they didn't learn anything. So why do all my process have funny names? Because a funny name is way easier for me to remember and therefore to use the process. Why are all my names giving you a direction. Let's say I'm starting to complain about the lack of seriousness in esports, the lack of maturity and stuff. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm bitching. And I have a process called quit bitching. Way easier for me to use it because I already know the direction I need to take. Another example, in a previous video, one of my process was called horizon, to make you look at your horizon, look at the future instead of looking at the present where it's just painful. An example, someone is yelling at me. Like he played bad, I played bad, and then he starts blaming me for it. If I look at the present, what do I see? I see pain. I see that unfairness. I see that this guy is not caring about me, and I feel bad. Now I use the process horizon. I look in the future. All right, this guy is yelling at me. Who I want to be in the future. I want to be a fucking champion. What are my qualities? I want to be consistent. Nothing can just shake me. All right. So him yelling at me is the best training I could get. Why? Because in the present, I tend to focus too much about it. I tend to care too much about how my teammates feel about me. I need to kill this shit. So when he yells at me, I'll be like, keep going. Keep going. I need to stop caring about you. I need to understand that you're not worth it. I need to understand that you're a fucking NPC of your own fucking life. And I refuse to give you attention. I refuse to give you importance. You see how easy it is when I just use half the process of horizon and I'm already freeing myself from bullshit. So why do I have 30 names? First, so they are memorable, so you can use it on the fly. Second, the name is already giving you the direction so that you don't, let's say, pile up your bullshit and you just destroy it right away. Let me describe this process for you that will allow you to stop feeling that you need the best environment for you to be the best. Quite the opposite. You need the worst environment possible. And I know that for some of you, it may still be difficult to grasp. It's normal. It's normal because you're still thinking like a normal bitch. You're still thinking like someone who needs better conditions in order to be better. 99.99% of failure in esports. If you want to win, you have to be part of the 0.01% of people who make it. You will never be the elite of the elite, like if you keep thinking like a normal person. First letter, Q. Question your thoughts and feeling instead of blindly trusting them. This is the problem with most people that are stuck in this trap. Oh, but I feel like he shouldn't treat me like this. I feel disrespected. I feel angry. I feel I don't give a shit how you feel. The only question you should ask yourself is, where do I want to go? Oh, I want to be a champion. Is what I'm feeling right now, thinking right now, helping me in any way? No, I'm just bitching. I'm just whining. I'm just moaning. I need to get rid of that shit. Oh, but he disrespected me in the worst ways possible. Best training ever. Because if you can overcome this shit, nothing will touch you. Nothing will derail you. Nothing will prevent you from just going forward. So instead of just blindly trusting what you think and feel and believing it's reality, I feel disrespected, therefore he disrespected me. No, I feel disrespected. I choose to give meaning to this feeling. And this feeling is I need to train this shit. I need to get this shit out of my system. Question what you think and feel, and instead of blindly trusting them, turn them, give them meaning so that you can just push forward towards your real goal. U is unlearn the imaginary rules that are preventing you from adapting to reality. Why aren't you adapting? Because when you were 6 years old, somebody told you everybody should respect you and you should respect everybody. Someone created a made up rule in your mind. So what happens? You expect everyone to respect you. And when they don't, what happens? You snap. You go crazy. You're so angry that you don't care about your future anymore. You don't care about building your dream, your life dream. You just don't want to be disrespected. And it would be nice if the imaginary rule they created in your mind when you were 6 actually happened, was actually real, but it's just bullshit. It's only real when you are in real life. And in real life, you're not pushing to be the best. You're just pushing to be the bare minimum, for the bare minimum. So everyone can be respectful because it's fucking easy. And also, people will not disrespect you because you might punch them. On the internet, behind the screen, how many times do people disrespect you? Oh, it happens every day and multiple times a day. Yeah. And do you see now that your imaginary rule about respect is just bullshit? You need to unlearn them. Just list all the imaginary rules you're blindly following today, expecting them to be divine rules. Like, oh yeah, if someone disrespects me, I know what happens. God will just strike them. No, nothing will happen. List them. What are the imaginary rules that triggers you? What are the imaginary rules that when you don't have what you want, you just go crazy? List them all. You'll be astonished about the amount of bullshit they taught you about when you were 6. I is identify the best course of action in order to reach your actual goal. Someone is yelling at me. What is my best course of action? Keep steady. Don't feel fazed by this bullshit. How do I stop being hurt by this? I manipulate my expectations. How does suffering work? You'll see the mechanism is dumb. The mechanism is dumb as fuck. You will suffer if your expectations are higher than reality. I expect my teammates in esports to always respect me. They disrespect me the second it gets hard. I will suffer because there's a discrepancy between my expectations and reality. Pleasure is the other side. I expect nothing from them. These guys are NPCs. They will point their finger at me the second it gets hard. What happens? It gets hard, and instead of pointing their finger at me, they start taking responsibility. So they just do the bare minimum, to be honest. But because I was expecting so less of them, it will be a pleasure. I will enjoy it. So how do you stop suffering? How do you stop getting impacted by people disrespecting you and stuff? Lower your fucking expectations and put them at a level that is more realistic. People are trash in this fucking environment. People are trash in esports. Why? Because they fail in this fucking trap. But made them believe that they need the perfect conditions, and when they don't have one of them, when one of the conditions is not there, they will snap. And when they snap, yes, they will not respect you. So identify the best course of action. Nobody is reviewing their games. What should I do if I want to reach my goal? I should review my games while nobody is doing it. Why? Because I need to distance myself from my environment. Someone normal can tell me, oh, nobody did it, so I didn't do it either. Like I'm just a fucking sheep. Not a champion. Now I want to be a champion. You know what is the best environment for me? To be surrounded by wankers. To be surrounded by fucking NPCs, by fucking clowns that tell me straight in the eye, oh, I'm ready to do everything, to sacrifice everything in order to make it. Okay, you need to review this game. Oh no, I can't do this because I don't know how to do it. I need these motherfuckers. I need these clowns around me. Why? Because I want my work ethic to come from me and not coming from my environment. Because if it comes from my environment, the second you switch it, you remove this environment, I become trash again. T is for think from your future self. Give yourself the motivation you need. What does this mean? When I tell myself, okay, nobody is reviewing their games, I need to review it. The problem when I say this is I might make this about work. It may feel like work. It may feel like a chore instead of the keys to my freedom, the keys to success. So in order to destroy this chore feeling, I need to remind myself about what I'm gonna benefit. What are my benefits? What I will learn from it. I will review my game while nobody is doing it, because in the future, I want to be that kind of person. I want this to be second nature to me. I want this to not be a chore anymore. I want to be the champion. I want to be inspiring, and this is a price to pay. It's way easier for me now to go for it because I know what I will gain from it. I know what are the benefits for me. I don't see only the price anymore, the chore anymore. So this was the first part of the process. Second part is more about building your future, making it real, instead of just adapting to reality. B is for bet on yourself. You have to decide who you want to be in this life without any guarantee. It's always easy for me to understand who is normal and who is a bitch, and who is going to win. All bitches, when I ask them to do something, they're like, I would like to try, but how will I know if it will work? Can I have guarantees that it will work? Can I have guarantees that all the sacrifice I'm making right now, they're going to be worthwhile? It's gonna work for me at the end. No, you fucking can't. Because it's in the future. And frankly, if I could see the future, I wouldn't bother myself with this. I would just play the lottery and be rich. But because I don't see the future, I need to make it happen. I need to build it for myself. And because you don't see the future, you need to work your ass off as well. So B is bet on yourself, because it's a gamble you take. Do you sufficiently believe in yourself for you to make it? Do you sufficiently believe that all the efforts you're making are going to pay off someday? Because if you don't, I don't know what you're doing here, but wasting your time. So you need to accept that it will feel uncertain. You will not have any guarantees, and you still need to bet on yourself. Because let's face it, you want to be in tier 1, you want someone to put money on your ass, and yet you're not even ready to put money on your own ass. You don't even bet yourselves. How can you expect a stranger to bet on you when he sees, but you don't even bet on yourself? So B is about that. Go for the uncertainty, keep fighting, keep working, do it long enough for it to work. I is iterate what works and incinerate what doesn't. I cannot remember the amount of times when I saw people do something that doesn't work, but they still do it anyway. For instance, okay, you still expect people to respect you in esports, while many times you've been shown that this is bullshit. Why do you keep doing it? Oh, because that's how my parents raised me. Did they raise you like a champion? Oh no, like a normal bitch. Then I don't give a shit about what your parents told you. Do you want to succeed? Yeah. Then stop being slowed down by bullshit. Oh, but my character is not like this. I'm not like a guy, who sells himself, who shows off. All right? You want to be hired in a great team? Yeah. You want to be invisible? Well, no, because if I'm invisible, nobody knows I exist. Yes. So I don't give a shit how you are, what is your personality and stuff. Nobody is born a champion. You need to make one. You need to become one. So iterate what works for you and incinerate the rest. Oh, but will I incinerate a part of me? You're not your limit. You're not your fear. You're not your limitations. You're not your conviction that are fucking you up. You are someone who decides what he wants to do with his life, and you have to pay the price if you want it. T is for track your triggers and anticipate future threats. You know that your teammate will blame you the second it gets hard. So why do you act all surprised when it happens again? Because you don't track your fucking triggers. Because you're not trying to anticipate what is happening so that you can react to it before it even happens. You're just like a normal bitch. Oh, today maybe it will be the day. You keep coming to this industry hoping that things will work out for you instead of making them work out for you. You need to start tracking your triggers. When will I feel bad? Oh, when I miss 3 duels in a row. Okay, what will I tell myself? But I'm garbage, that I'll never make it. All right? Will a champion think about that? Think like that? Absolutely not. What happens if he misses 3 times? He just review, understands, fix it. He doesn't waste time about, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I won't make it. Maybe my parents were right. Maybe this is just waste of time. This is just you bitching, moaning, self-pitying. Fuck that. Track your triggers, anticipate your future threats, because you already know them. Oh, I just joined the team blindly. Like I asked them, hey guys, are you motivated? They say yes, and I joined the team. Yeah, I'm asking for it. I cannot be surprised, but damn, I don't understand. They're not motivated. They told me they were motivated. Newsflash, bitches. People lie in esports. People lie all the time. Man, of course I'm ready to sacrifice everything. Okay, I need you to strategize and I need you to check this game about some pros. Oh, I don't have time for this. You don't have time for your own dream. Yeah, exactly. You're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown who is even worse than that because you're not aware that you're a clown. C, commit to your dream and cut out the noise. This is all about quit bitching. Oh, but this guy didn't respect me. Does that help you in any way about bitching about it? No. Oh, but this guy is not reviewing. I don't care. Oh, but it's so hard for me to. I don't care. Commit to your dream. You want this? Go for it. What if it doesn't work? Then it doesn't work. You understand why and you do it again. Cut out the noise. I have so many doubts. I don't care. Like, how do doubts work? Really easy. Let's say in my whole life, every time I try to do something, after 3 attempts, I got it. What happens to my brain? My brain is like, when you're doing something, you got three tries, 3 attempts. After the 4th attempt, what happens? Doubts creep in. So doubts is not real. It's not reflecting reality. It's not because you doubt you'll make it, but you have evidence that you will not make it. It's just not comfortable. It's just not what your brain expects based on your previous experience. Cut out the noise. I can still do my work and be doubtful. I can still do what I'm supposed to do even if I don't feel like it. Cut out the noise. What happens when you listen to the noise? I want to be the best, but today I don't feel like it. Therefore, I will do nothing. Congratulations, you just fucked yourself. You created a condition where you actually need to feel like it to do something. Do you think that you will always feel like it when you have to train like crazy to be the best? Of course not. But if you keep listening to the noise, if you keep listening to, I don't feel like it, so I won't do it, you just transform a signal, something that is uncomfortable, into an order, a command. And now you fucked yourself. Cut out the noise. I don't feel like it, I don't care. What happens when you do something even if you don't feel like it? The first 5 minutes, yes, they're horrible. And then, hey, it was pretty nice. I'm glad I did it. I'm proud of myself. This is what you're looking for. Commit to your dream. H is hammer it home until it becomes second nature. Build the habits, the mental frames. Build the habits is, okay, I need to review my games after every game or after every 2 games. First, it will be annoying. Then it will become easier and easier, and then it becomes a habit. How did it become a habit? Because you changed your way of seeing things. Before that, you couldn't review your game because you saw it as a chore, like work, and you just want to play, you just want to have fun. So when you're reviewing, you're like, man, I want to shoot myself. Your mental frame, your mental way of seeing it is fucking trash. When you see it like a champion, what do you see when you review something? You're like, I'm speeding up my progress. Why? Because when you review something, you fully understand what is the critical mistake you made, and then you know how to fix it. If you just launch another game like any fucking idiot in this industry, what happens? You learn nothing. So you believe that you're doing your best in order to improve, but you're actually wasting your time. So what a champion see when he reviews, this is where the money is. This is where I will shine. This is the work that I'm doing that will matter the most. And of course, they want to do it. They love it. They love it so much that they start doing it for others because you can learn from others' mistakes as well. So mental frames is what is how you see things. Oh, someone is disrespecting me. I see it as training. Someone is not working as hard as they promised. I see as people are liars and I need to learn from it and I need to stop believing what they say. I do not believe anything people say in this industry. I just watch what they do. Oh, I'm the kind of guy that has a crazy work ethic and I work so much. Okay, when do you wake up? Around noon. Yeah, fuck off. I'm the kind of guy that always like questions himself. Okay, when was the last time you did it and about what subject? Yeah, you just answered the question. I don't care what you say. What I care about is what do you do? If I don't see you do it, you're just making up excuses. I is internalize your new identity. What do I mean by that? Every time you meet a real champion, they're not just a champion during training. They're not just a champion when they're playing. They're a champion in all parts of their life, even in the way they wake up. Internalize your new identity is like, instead of just seeing, like, reviewing my games, such as the work I have to do, no, it's part of what I do. I'm the kind of guy that when I do something, I just make a quick feedback loop about how did it go? Then make it better? Where? When? How? Okay, I'll do that right now. From now on, I'll do this second version, this new version. And I do this all the fucking time. Internalizing identity is also, okay, I didn't get what I wanted. What can I do now? Different. Why did it fail? And okay, I didn't get the job. Okay, my visibility was too low. It's time to work on my visibility on my social media. And the more you practice this, the more you make it your identity, the more you cannot even undo it. Oh, I will not review my game. No, this is trash. Like, you will feel pain when you're not reviewing your game. This is exactly what we want. We want your identity to push you forward. We want your identity to naturally push you in the right direction. And notice every improvement and celebrate. This is so fucking important in this industry. People tend to care only about the results, meaning, I want to be a pro. The only time this person will be happy is when he reaches the professional level, which is like in 5 years. You will never work your ass off for 5 years if you don't celebrate along the way, if you don't reward yourself along the way. Why? Because your brain works with a celebration, with benefits, with rewards. If you don't give him rewards, your brain is like, we don't do that anymore. Your brain is not designed for fulfillment. It's designed for survival. And there is a quick equation he makes every time you need to do something is, how much calorie will I spend? How much effort will I spend? What are the benefits? If the benefits are not higher than the calories spent, fuck off. If the reward is not greater than the amount of effort, fuck off. And what happens when you work on your ass off on this dream and you never celebrate, you never reward yourself, your brain sees only pain, sees only effort, and is like, where's the carrot? There's none? Fuck off. This is why when you started, you could do like 10 hours of Valorant, CS, or whatever, and now you can barely do free and you want to kill yourself. There is no reward. It's just pain. It's just straight up effort. You need to celebrate every fucking win. Somebody yelled at you, you were still affected, but not that much. Fucking celebrate. Celebrate does not mean go to the restaurant, go in a new country and stuff. No, celebrate is just saying something like, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I did it. I'm proud that I reacted differently this time. Even if it didn't work, I'm proud that I tried. I feel good. I feel accomplished. I want to do it again. I do this thing even for the smallest, like, celebration, smallest wins. This video, for instance, I know that my English is not perfect. I know that I probably said something that wasn't correct grammatically. I don't care. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad I may be able to help someone with this process about quit bitching. Because let's face it, if you fall in this trap, you'll never make it. G is for generalize what works for you. Most of the time, people, they learn something in a part of their life, but they don't transpose it everywhere. For instance, if I learned that having low expectations about people allows me not to suffer, allows me not to be disappointed, and to remain on my goal. Do you know where I will use this? In esports, in my life, in my personal life, in workplace, in the transport, in the bakery, in the bank. I'll fucking use it everywhere. I internalize, I understand that if I review something, I have a better chance to improve it, and therefore I can reach my goal faster and faster. Where will I use it? Fucking everywhere, even for cooking. Oh, I added too much of that. Okay, I'll note this down. Okay, I had this idea about this thing. It was a bad idea because I kept seeing it in a certain way. I understand now it was the wrong way. But I fucking do it everywhere. Oh, I tend to be scared about doing new stuff, therefore I never do it. It's gonna fuck my life in esports and fucking my life in every aspect of my life as well. What did I learn? I learned that if I go through the fear, if I confront it, I can finally do what I want. I'll feel really accomplished, fulfilled. I want to do this everywhere in my life, in every aspect of my life. What happens when you generalize what you do? You start becoming this new identity, this champion. You start seeing the world as a champion. You stop bitching about everything. You understand that from the get-go, you needed nothing to succeed. And the only thing that prevented you from going forward is all the conditions you created along the way. I need great teammates. I need a better environment. I need people to be supportive. I need blah, blah, blah. The more things you need, the less likely you are to succeed. Thank you for your attention.